All members are present except, Mr. Palmville. First item, request approval for a cover replacement at 109 Green Drive, Ward 1.
Hey, Mr. Chair, I'm sorry about that, but, items 1 and 2, I like the table, having a conversation with the parish manager. He had asked that we hold off and try to get caught up a little bit on the drainage project, so I'm gonna table those
Okay.
items, till further notice.
The item 1 and 2 is gonna be tabled. Item number 3, request approval to add 40 foot of 24-inch cover at $1,400 and $500 in parish labor for project 93308 Ward 4, total price $1,900.
So that was the existing project at Oakley. And we worked on it. We thought we would be able to clear out that section, and we tried. We came in from both sides with the culvert cleaner. And obviously it's collapsed in the middle because we couldn't punch through it. So we had 20 foot from the previous project that occurred on the road left. So we're just gonna add another 40 foot to complete the 60. And that's the total cost, Mr. Charlie, is $1,900.
Make a motion.
Make a motion.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Mr. Brewer. Second. Second by Ms. Mathern. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. Item number 4, request approval to transfer $3,000 from project 92978 to project 93129 Ward 7.
All right, well, so actually all of items 4 through 8, I went through the drainage list for all the projects that are old and some that are completed, some that needed to be completed. Brian and I went through it and determined which ones we could close out and which ones needed more funding. And we can get to the later ones, like with the ones for Fairport Settlement Levy Maintenance and the other maintenance, all the dollars were allocated towards materials, but we need those allocated towards labor. And then so to some of the projects, we needed more material and others labor. So really, this is just cleaning up some of the old projects and getting the money divided to the correct project. We go through each one if y'all like.
So you wanna make a motion for 4, 5, 6, and 7?
And 8.
8? We approve? I have a problem with
It's basically not any new allocation, it's just
That's correct.
moving labor
It's moving
or
around.
It's
materials
closing,
from project to
it's
project.
closing, and the only new project that we're creating would be on item 8.
it. Yeah, but we ain't gonna go there. Let's go, let's approve 4, 5, 6, and 7 as one.
Which pertains to material and
Material
labor.
labor.
Yeah, labor like that.
That's a motion by
That's a
Mark.
motion.
Mr. Mathern. You good with that, Leroy?
Yeah.
Okay. Second by Mr. Brewer. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. We'll go down to item number 8.
Right, 8 is to create the project, which is an ongoing maintenance project for the Field of Dreams outfall ditch maintenance for future. It's not something that needs to be done right now, but it's just to have a fund allocated to the maintenance of that outfall ditch.
Yeah, that's
Just like
transferring
we did before with all the.
$3,000 in labor.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Mathern,
Second.
second by Mr. Patterson. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. Number 9, request approval of a letter of support to Senator Bill Cassidy regarding the Bayou Sol pumping station.
This letter is supplied in your package under drainage 9, and what this is Iberville Parish was requesting a letter of support from Assumption Parish in reference to the Bayou Sorrel pumping station. That's part of the larger project that we've been discussing with a Bayou Shane closure and having the multiple pumping stations to get the water into the spillway.
Right.
This is just one of them that they'd like to get some funding from the federal government on, and this is a letter of support from us. saying that.
Motion by Mr. Mathern, second by Mr. Brewer. All in favor? Any opposed? Ayes have it. Number 10,
In the Gavin, Leroy.
update on my rate drainage project.
So,
All right, we're gonna table that, Mr. Joseph. Probably-
he's not gonna
He's not
come,
coming.
he's in New Orleans, doctor's appointment late, so he won't be returning
All
to,
right,
he won't be.
number 11, update on all drainage projects.
So the only update I really have right now is that we ordered culverts for 3 existing projects. We've been waiting on in Ward 9. And we've been basically working on maintenance, but the 3 sections that we ordered culvert for would be Agnes Street, Gumbo, and another section of Teddy. We ordered them, they're ready to come. We haven't received them yet. It'll be 5 days or so before we get it, and we have to complete the CEAs, that formal process of it, and then we'll proceed with it. But we've been really working on maintenance items in the parish a lot. Sweeping ditches and doing things like that.
Okay. No action. Motion to adjourn. Moved by Big Daddy, by Mr. Knox, second by Mr. Lethern. Drainage Committee meeting is adjourned.
We'll go ahead and get started with the Road and Bridge Committee meeting. Let the record reflect that all members are present except Mr. Palmville. One item, update on the 2025 road overlay program. Again, like I just mentioned, Mr. Sopwith is not here, even though I've been in communication with him. As it pertains to the road overlay, I know they're still, in Ward 7, I think Ward 8. Speaking with him this morning, I know they had a walkthrough this morning, Leroy, in your area. You got some concerned residents back there based on what you're trying to do in that area. So he did respond on it, not too much, but just say y'all had a walkthrough to try to, rectify some things, some concerns of some residents. So, other than that, I know, as a matter of fact, I saw earlier this morning, they started patching work in Ward 1, so they're coming from 7 and 1, and then they're gonna start working their way down. But other than that, that's the only information I got from him, today.
The only other thing, on Meehan Street, whenever they were grinding and milling down to the base, that's the one that had to repair the base, they hit one of the cross culverts.
Okay,
And,
We provided a code for them, because.
thank Public Works for going,
okay.
give them the culvert quick, and they were able to set it same
Yeah,
day.
said same thing, good
Yeah.
job. Okay, but other than that, I have nothing else to
I'm
report.
motion to set the, road and bridge, that's it, right?
Motion to adjourn by Mr. Mathern,
Second.
second by Mr. Blanchard. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it, meeting adjourned.
We call the finance committee meeting to order, record, committee members are present. First item, request approval to pay list of bills submitted through April 2nd, 2026.
So move.
Moved by Mr. Althorn, second by Mr. Carter, all in favor? Opposed, motion carries. Next item, request approval for the president to sign a 3-year renewal service agreement with LOCA.
Yes, LOCA is our, provider for our, claims administration, and we typically do this every year, and we are looking to stay locked in with our prices and do a 3-year renewal. I do recommend approval.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Carter,
Second.
second by Mr. Diaz, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Press approval for the president to sign the contract with DOTD covering reimbursement to the grantee for a portion of the cost for state project RU 18-04-27 Public Transportation Operating Assistance Program for the non-urbanized areas of Assumption Parish, Council on Aging.
Yes, this is a routine contract approval. Do recommend approval.
So move.
Moved by Mr. Alcorn, second by Mr. Diaz, all in favor? Opposed, motion carries. Press approval for the president to sign a notification that accompanying releases of confidential taxpayer sales and use tax records as provided by Assumption Parish Sales and Use Tax Department.
This is, as a result of our meeting that, Mr. Leroy and I had with the school board office quite some time back. They had to get with their legal counsel to be able to get this drafted so that they can share information with us as it relates to who's registered in sales tax and who's not registered with sales tax. So, we have a copy of the letter that they provided to us saying that they would share that information, and also the disclaimer that we have, that we're only going to be using that information for the purposes of public works here and not sharing it out in the public to that extent.
And I've reviewed, I have no issues.
Yes.
No issues by
So
legal.
something on that nature. An individual or resident can never ask for a public records request pertaining to that, right?
It can't be released.
It cannot be
That
released.
cannot be done.
Okay, good enough.
Move.
Motion by Mr. Carter, second by Mr. Alcorn, all in favor? Aye. Opposed, motion carries. Next item, consider proposal of increase in fees assessed by the Office of Motor Vehicle.
Yes, this is, something I just wanted to bring to you all's attention is tabby F5. The Office of Motor Vehicles Field Offices Authorization of Fees. We currently assess $2 per transaction, and the max is $4.50 per transaction. I wanted to bring it up to you all to see if you all would be considering an increase. These fees do fund maintenance and repairs and whatnot for the DMV office,
Paid by the state of Louisiana.
paid by individuals that go and get,
Get driver's license renewals.
It goes.
right?
So,
And it comes to us to maintain that facility.
so we don't take funds, out of,
That the funds that we receive come into the general fund, and then those expenses are paid from the general fund.
Didn't you mention that also there's current legislation in place to increase it from 450 to something higher?
I think there is, but, yeah, I don't remember. I think it was much higher than that. They're proposing higher,
I
but,
thought it might have been like $8.
it is, 9 is ringing a bell for some
Okay.
reason, but it's really a high amount. And the reason why I didn't entertain waiting to see how that legislation pans out is because I really didn't think you all would want that significant of an increase anyway. If you all would, you would, potentially consider a $4.50, not $8 or $9 per transaction.
question, how much? I know it's a hard question, but Brian, how much work have you done in there? You could say with,
Also, we're fixing to replace the floors.
It needs a lot of work.
And
Needs a
we're
lot
gonna
of
do some-
work.
Yeah, it needs some work. We had to accommodate ADA for wheelchairs and whatnot, make some modifications. We got a little ways to go.
where I was going at, Kim, was we don't use any money out of 1% to cover.
We typically don't, but if it's a big structural,
We
we
have to.
can.
We have-
We can to the
okay.
building, yes,
Okay,
we
all
can.
right. I have no issue with it. I got no issue.
Your motion to
Yeah, I
go
got
to
a
450.
motion. Yeah, go to 450.
There's a motion
It's
by
gonna help
Mr.
save
Alcorn.
on, save, yeah.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Blanchard, all in favor? Opposed, motion carries. Request approval for President to sign the lease renewal with Gene Blanchard for the Delis Road boat launch. That's Brewley Lab.
That's a move.
So moved by Mr. Diaz,
Second.
second by Mr. Blanchard, all in favor? Opposed, motion carries. Update on meeting with Sheriff's Office regarding
Just wait, just to make sure, Jeff, so y'all are aware, this is not an annual one. This is a
3 years.
3-year, yeah, just to make sure.
freely.
Yeah.
All right, that motion carries. Update on meeting with Sheriff's Office regarding medical services at jail.
Yes, y'all did ask me to meet with the sheriff regarding the, mental health, and I did meet with him as well as his staff personnel that deals with the, the medical personnel back there. And they said that sometimes they feel that they are put in the middle of situations between the two contractors because one contractor might not be doing what they should be doing or vice versa, and somebody's, carrying the load, the excess. So they feel that it would be more efficient to have one contractor do the work.
Did they recommend?
They are very pleased with Correct Health and the personnel that they provide and how they handle themselves professionally.
So you had Correct Health and you had South,
South Central
South
Humans,
Central.
yes,
but which one of them wanted to do all the services that talk to you?
Correct Health,
Correct Health, okay.
Correct Health, yes.
But didn't we pass something last meeting with giving both of them the contract until further notice?
The contract, we have contracts with both of them in place currently. And what we did was we authorized the use of the opioid funding to pay for those billings in the event nothing changed with the contracts. So that is currently in place. And now we just need to, talk about whether we want to, have one contractor and discontinue with services with South Central. Give them 30-day notice, obviously, as the contract requires, and convert all those services to Correct Health. For the additional, I don't have it right in front, I think it was 27,000. With also,
They
with,
recommended that.
And we're using 80% of opioid money to.
no, we didn't do 80%, we did, 55%.
55% of opioid money to cover some of the costs.
Yes, yes.
Ain't heard nothing, bro. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm good with it. I entertain a motion for, what's the name of it, Mike? The company?
Well, we need to term the contract with South Central Human Services
You
Authority.
determine.
No, don't want to terminate them.
Yeah.
Yeah, South Central,
Yes,
yeah.
you put 30 day, we
Okay.
have to have a 30 day notice to term that contract.
Okay.
So then we would make this effective with Correct Health. April, May, I would say June first.
June first.
All right, so the motion is to terminate the contract with South Central
Health Service,
Health Services,
30 days.
30-day notice, and do a
A new contract.
new
with-
contract with Corrective Health.
That's my
Motion made by Mr. Alcorn, second by Mr. Diaz, all in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Motion adjourned, move by Mr. Blanchard.
Second.
Second by Mr. Diaz, all in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. I'll take solid waste. Call the solid waste committee meeting to order. Record reflect Mr. Pineville is, absent. First item on the item, request input relative to the proposed bulky waste collection, disposal of out-of-spec piles and or illegal dump sites advertisement. There's a, tab in your, packet. The biggest question I had, what the bid is gonna do, I guess it's gonna bid on cubic, how much he gonna charge per
yard.
cubic square yard,
Yeah, that's how I put it, because I don't know of any other way to measure it.
Yeah.
and how we know,
How you police it?
how you police it. Because I think when you get to the dump, it's done by square yardage, or it goes by weight.
By weight.
Goes by weight. It goes by weight, and that could be
More.
some cubic yards. of parish. I don't know how we else should we do it, cubic yards and weight, or cubic yards or weight. Calabro, you got any
I
suggestions?
really don't, only because that's a specific to bulky waste. I mean, it's not really a legal question. I don't know.
No,
much
I know
about-
it.
I don't know much
Well,
about.
just
No, I
bulky
know
waste.
it, I know it, I know it. Yeah, it's kind of,
I don't know what's the best bang for your buck is in terms of the sizing of it, I guess is my point.
got you.
There's no way you could bid weight on a site, it has to be cubic
It
yard,
have to be yours.
you can't weigh it in the field or on the side of the road.
Is it feasible to not have a contract with a specific provider and we get prices per location as needed?
I think we're gonna do that anyway.
Get a price,
Like if a pile comes up and we have a no location, this jury approves that as an out-of-spec pile and we request
For bid.
Waste Depot or whomever to go.
Just get a
Give us a
Google
price.
service people that can give
You
you a
know,
price.
looking
You
at
can
the
re-
pile.
well,
Would it be any different than our annual bid for like having material hauled from one area of the parish to another where we just asking them to haul the debris, the trash?
Put a yardage
I think
price
the
on it.
difference is how much, because the tipping fees are gonna be based on how much.
Some service providers will go to different facilities, that's correct. If you go to Republic or you go to Gator, you go to, on 3127, they can charge you different fees for different.
The location.
That's right.
it depend who's the low bidder, but whoever bids it, they gotta figure that out.
There you go. I think your best bet would be to go yards
Gotta be yours.
in the parish, lowest bidder per yard is in the parish.
We'll take a look at it, we ain't gonna say 100, we're gonna go with 100%, but we'll put the, RFQs out there and see.
But I think we really need to be careful though in watching because they may claim a illegal pile.
Yeah.
Well, we gotta approve it. We're gonna approve every pile before they even go
I would
out
think
there.
it should.
Yeah, it's gonna
from
come
this
here.
jury.
They ain't just going around picking up no piles.
Yeah,
Right,
it's gonna be the discretion of the
because,
jury and
because
maybe
we have
parish
to
manager.
decide if we feel that that should be part of the contract.
Yeah.
And not an out-of-spec pile.
Right.
If it's part of the contract, we've already paid for that.
That's right, that's right.
All right,
So, I'm sorry, but
no, go ahead.
Go ahead.
So as part of the illegal dump site, there has been some activity on the state side. I met some agents in the field, there's some cameras going in place.
Yeah, good.
That's good. We
Been
need,
starting to have Mr. Charlie notify me they were there, so I met him in the field, talked with him,
Quick.
and we will correlate some things
Well, like
together.
Fifty don't play with them. They,
No.
This is actually park rangers that are authorized now to deal with, illegal dumpsters.
And there's some legislation going on now to really step up the penalties for illegal dumping, so.
Just wanted to.
I'd maybe suggest that prior to us going out to, to bid, so that we don't enter a dead period with a contractor, maybe we just have a discussion with a couple potential bidders and see what suggestions they have on how it should be bid,
My opinion.
and then we can build the specs around that.
We don't wanna put something out there that they're not gonna respond to.
Sure. And I'm sure if we get, two or three and two tell us how they could bid it, then we know we have at least two people bidding it,
Thing is,
or-
you got a part, just said, look, I got two piles and some other bid on it, two people bid on it.
In the past, we got dumpsters from our local contractor. The past went out there, fill the dumpsters up, they come pick it up and go dump it. Do we really need to go with a separate contract? I mean, we're gonna handle not that many piles, I hope. We can't build all these landowners out that just tore down houses and put it in front of their property.
That's what I always said, we need to buy our own truck and do our own job.
No,
No.
no, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, but the only thing that right now, we don't have the manpower to take time out to go and get a
Well,
illegal
what
file,
is it
because the
gonna cost
staff
us?
is short.
What's it gonna cost us though?
I heard stories from years ago when the parish was in the garbage business, it was nightmare,
Well, ain't no doubt.
nightmare.
I don't think it won't good. Sounds good. We had a lot of money, it'd be different, but, new truck upkeep, another person. It don't work out. In many parishes, all their own garbage. Couple of them do a bulky waste. And have a dump in their own, have a landfill in their own parish. Anyway, let's just table it for now, and, I'm possibly thinking, before we table it, we got two service providers in the parish. And we got a them, they contract. And we're going to just ask them for two proposals.
One don't pick it up now.
They illegal,
Right.
Illegal.
they illegal.
Illegal.
Even legals, they don't pick up.
You can do the job.
I would think we just contact them and ask them to help us build
Help us
this,
bid
Yeah.
it.
the spec
All right,
that we go out to bid, and
all right, that's cool. Yeah, I think, I don't know if only cubic yards is gonna do it, because that is gonna be an honor system. Take pictures of the truck, or we're gonna delegate the power that they pick up, which we're gonna have to, but.
I think we have to be a little bit more detailed, that
Yeah.
if it's by cubic yards, then whenever we have it here to approve it, somebody has to go out there and estimate how many cubic yards that was to know how much it's gonna cost us for it, to pick up that pile. So, I mean, then we would know how much it's gonna be, but I don't know how, if they're having to deliver it based on weight, it's gonna be hard for them to.
Yeah, again.
Yes.
To estimate.
No doubt,
Yard.
no doubt, no doubt. All right, so we're gonna take no action for that one. We'll get a little bit more.
Yeah.
Motion adjourned
Motion to adjourn.
by Mr. Diaz,
Second.
second by Mr. Carter, all in favor,
All right,
opposed, motion carries.
we'll get engineering grants committee meeting started. Let the record reflect all members are present except for Mr. Pineville. Update from GIS engineering.
Afternoon, Jerry. Joe Lamore is progressing along, met with the parish manager and some landowners, resolved some issues, on the outfalls. Those have been addressed, and we're making the plan modifications. I did email an amendment to the jury this afternoon or this morning to, address those changes needed for the permit and the final design based on those disagreements with the landowner. No other issues on there. Belrose Lane, still waiting for the direction from the parish on that project. And Bayou St. Vincent, we received a fully executed, contract and we're working on, targeting 30% plan submittal by the end of this month, early next month. And Arcadis is still finalizing the H&H. And we anticipate receiving in 9 days.
On the Bayou St. Vincent, I know, in the last conference calls, a couple months back, OCD was wanting that project to be completed, designed and ready for construction, beginning of 2027. But their contractor doing the H&H modeling is holding up the
Very much.
design on this project. Has there been any discussion to the timeline on that project and how the state's gonna hold us accountable to a timeline that we don't have control of right now?
That I do not have the answer to. That'd be a question we can probably pose to Lacey.
Yeah, I guess during the next, conference call with if you could have Daniel just request that information
Sure.
to make sure that we have a good updated project schedule for it.
Absolutely. Question?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Next item is update from the Planners Design Group. No action on that item.
We did have that email about, I don't know if y'all want to have that discussion, about DOTD not allowing the structures in the right of way. Did y'all see that?
That just came in yesterday,
Yesterday.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, I guess that's a conversation that maybe the three jurors in that area can have with DDG. And we can see how to move forward. It's kind of odd that they granted us a permit
Right.
in there right away. Now they're saying that we can't build a structure in there right away. But
Should we have a meeting soon on that?
I would.
yes. Oh, Mr. Guillory said that he's 3 minutes away, so we can maybe come back and revisit that.
All right.
All right, update from Infinity Engineering on Parish Water Sewer Plant Improvements Project.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Sir, certainly can.
Construction is going on without any delays. Grisapi site is near completion. Work at the Violet site, wastewater treatment plant and lift station has begun. Work is nearing completion at the Blackwell lift station. And work has begun at the Georgette site.
Great. Okay, yeah, thank you for the schedule that you sent. That was exactly what we were looking for.
Yes, sir.
Projects, I don't know, would it be, too much trouble to update this for our meetings, or at least every other meeting, so that we can follow it through?
Yeah, I'll start requesting, I guess bi-weekly schedule updates from the contractor and I'll send you something similar that I sent, last week.
Okay, any other questions?
Yeah, I thought it was agreed upon on Fridays, we get an updated report, right, B? Right, Brian?
Oh, yes. So let's change it to Monday because, at Infinity, we get off at 11:30 on Mondays. So I don't get that Friday report until in the evening. So let me send you the reports from last week. And then I guess we can switch it to every Monday and I can give you a full week of reports from the previous week.
Okay.
But I do think I missed sending them to you this past Monday. So I'll do that tomorrow.
Thank you.
Before we
Yes,
move
sir.
on, Brian, I'm talking to our Brian here. Do you have any, issues with Public Works that we need to work out? Coordination issues or anything?
Pertaining to what?
I know that with their project, just anything Public Works wise.
No, none other than picking up the items that they want us to pick up. I don't know.
I'm not aware of anything. I was just
No, I don't have any.
asking to make sure that we didn't have to take any.
No, other
action
than
or
them
anything.
coordinating with us to go pick up the items that we requested to receive during the project, and they've been in contact with us, their project guy.
Right.
Mr. Paul.
I was talking to Brian last week. The contract has been putting excavated material at various places, and Brian wanted that dirt, or had concerns that maybe the dirt could be contaminated and it shouldn't be just sitting around. So I told the contractor to get with Brian, and they're required to move that material wherever the parish wants. So we'll stay on top of them about that.
I met on site with them and discussed it. And we
Okay,
can't,
good. Good.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Update from Special Programs Director.
Authorize president to sign tax exempt certification for Encore Electric for the sewer plant and lift upgrades.
I got a motion by Mr. Diaz to authorize the president to sign the tax exempt certificates for Encore Electric. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Bro. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried.
I also have another authorization for president to sign a LAGAP contract for a 24-25 cycle in an amount of $275,000. We were originally supposed to get 100,000. That was the amount that we applied for, but they did have some extra money that came about. And we were awarded 275. I did speak with Brian, after our discussion. He did say he had some, it was supposed to be for 2 trucks, I think, Cameron?
that's what I was told. It was gonna be 2
Previous
trucks, so I
parish
shifted it and requested and said, I remember there was a prior approval for a dump truck to be bought, a new one. And we didn't go through with it, and I had inquired about a mini excavator. So those 2 items would cover the additional funding that we would have from that.
So that's based off that extra 100,000 that South Central Planning was talking about, but that extra funding still being in there, and I think they shot for it with the application.
And if they awarded 275, it was 175 that was extra that we were able to get.
Did the town get their percentage off of that?
They did,
What, does that complete that application?
yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't know.
Dump truck and a,
Brian has to.
Mini
give me a,
excavator,
Using the whole allocation of 275,000?
I don't know if he will. I
Yeah,
have to give me a
because we need to use it anywhere else.
yeah.
I mean, I could
What
have,
you, he needs some?
not if it's done.
Ain't nothing done yet.
Yeah, I was called and asked my opinion, so.
He already had something. We didn't know we was gonna get that extra
Me either. I
We
know.
$175,000.
just received that.
He just happened to have, she just happened to have a conversation,
just
so
received it
you have
yesterday.
something you wanna bring?
Yeah, I need a new model pad for my, EOC, about $7,000.
Okay.
Okay.
I did speak with.
That is state
Ms.
money, correct?
Janice. I did speak with Ms. Janice, and she said that once we get this contract signed and executed by their office, we can do an amendment or whatever else we wanted to do with the allocation.
The reason why the gap is state money, if you, I can't use federal money for that, because when you use federal money, you gotta do environmental study, because we live this, historically protected building, so it's a lot easier for me to use state money and use federal money for that piece of equipment. So if you do have some funds available extra, I'd like to tag on to that.
What is it?
It's a mono pad, it's the fixed screen in my EOC where I can do my, give presentations and do that type of stuff. About $7,000. The one I got now is 12 years old and it can't be updated no more. That's per the IT director.
I think we all could share. I got
So,
something we can share.
Brian,
I was just
she's gonna
approached
give
about
me
it, so,
Yeah.
A cost estimate, and we'll go from there.
So we gotta request approval for the president to sign it, right?
Yes.
I'm not on the committee.
So. I'll make a motion.
So motion by Mr. Diaz, second by Mr. Mathern.
Do we want to prioritize these 3 items, or are we just putting them?
But it sounds like we're gonna be amending the
We're
contract.
gonna amend it, yeah,
I can get a quote tomorrow morning.
yeah. So just do a just think about doing a deduct of the 275. And Brian, see what you could get on state contract with the dump truck and the thing, and then we come back to the table.
I have the price on the excavator already.
Oh, the
I just have to get the price on the, yeah, it's just a little mini,
How much, Ron?
How much you think?
74,000.
Let's do, make sure we get Paul 7,000 or whatever he needed now.
You should better
Whatever.
Dump trucks go about around 80, 190 on a dump truck. You should have enough.
Yeah. Think 7 or 10?
Whatever it is, let's let him get his in there. And then Brian go with the rest.
Tawanda, do you have the application completed now with the equipment and prices that Brian had, or?
I don't.
So what is this letter, just acknowledging that we're gonna receive it?
No,
Or-
actually, I have the contract already, but it was for equipment and it was prior, so it was actually for trucks that I think Aaron had, applied for 100,000. And they granted another extra 175,000. So it says equipment, but when I spoke with Ms. Janice on today, she said that we have to get this fully executed and then we can find out, we can amend the contract to see what we need.
Correct.
We have to be specific on what we're gonna use the money for.
With I guess I don't wanna get caught in the language of equipment and not being able to expand to. I guess his would be, maybe office equipment or something
Yes.
like that.
Well, that's why she said we have to amend it, because on the contract right now, it's just said, says equipment. She said we have to be specific with the equipment, so that's why.
They're pretty good. Look out.
And that contract just stating based off that $100,000 we asked
Right.
for, not the additional,
That's
not
right.
even included on that.
Right.
Yeah,
So
so
that's
we
why I
got-
have
We
to-
can execute that one, and you should have another one coming
By
in.
the
with
next meeting, we'll put on this to request an amendment with the
Correct.
equipment.
Specific
Yeah.
equipment and prices.
And I had already previously priced the mini when we had previous conversations and meetings. I was waiting on state contract number, and then when she asked about it yesterday, I was.
Once we get it, don't play with it, or spend the funds, so we don't tie nothing up.
Okay.
All right,
That'd be enough for you.
Yeah.
we got a
All right,
motion.
any other?
We had
Yeah,
Mike and Maren, yeah.
Or is it approved? You have any other items?
That's all.
Next item, update from South Central Planning Development Commission. Do we have any, you receive anything for the, grants coordinator position?
It's the
Where we at?
deadline's not here yet. We got another week or so.
Any activity? Okay.
We'll go back to the plan.
Sure, yeah, we can do that. We'll go back to the Planners Design Group.
Joe Gilder for the Planners. Again, my sincere apologies. We ran into some traffic. But that's not the bad problem today. We're giving you an email, copy of an email that we received from DOTD, who is saying that we cannot construct in the right of way. They won't give us permission to do so. To protect future use along the road if they have to expand the roadway at any point in time. So we wanted to discuss how you guys want to handle that. Steponville has requested that we set up a meeting with DOTD on site and have whomever from you guys want to come in and visit with them to see if we can persuade them.
Like Leroy said, they issued a permit.
We have a wetland permit, we have a coastal use permit and a Corps of Engineers permit. Not a DOTD.
But
They don't
in that
really
permit
issue permits.
application, don't they have to supply comments? Don't all state agencies supply comments on those?
DOTD doesn't have any jurisdiction on wetlands and they don't actually have a permit. They can just tell you, yes, you can, or no, you can't. So, yeah. To be honest,
I mean, I think our first course of action would be to have an in-person meeting with them so that they can see where it's at, see
Yeah.
exactly what right of way they do own there.
It's not along the interstate.
Right. I understand in principle what they're saying, that it's for roadway expansion, but they might not realize how much right of way they have
You might have been
in that area.
right, and the fact that it's the swamp, right, like that we're going out into the swamp. Yeah, what we'll do is whoever wants to work with me, we can figure out which one we want to do. And, we'll get out there, I'll have my survey team go out and flag essentially what we're looking to construct so they can see what we're asking them. You know, and, see if we can get them out there. And if they won't come, my suggestion would be pick up the phone and call someone, at least get them to come out there, take a look at it.
Yeah, let's do that.
You prefer us to initiate the meeting with DOTD?
We'll initiate the meeting and I'll copy you guys. And, we'll keep it going politely. I think we get to that next level if we need to, but I'll copy you on the email so they see you're involved.
So, all right.
Whatever time it is, let us know.
All right, yeah, just make sure, both Ms. Mathern, myself, and my bill is included.
Yes, sir. Will do.
Thank you, sir.
And again, my apologies for late.
Sorry?
Well, you're not gonna apologize for bringing the bad news, though.
Control what I can control.
Thank you, sir. Update on the Ag Center roof project? Anybody have any input?
I talked to him earlier, he's waiting, he's not hearing from the contractor, not responding, so he's getting a price on the insulating the attic. That's what he's waiting on. Fire marshal should inspect next week. He did
Said
call
he's
me about the
supposed to
fire
be
marshal, and I gave him a reference for the green tag, the person to contact, so that we can get it inspected, just to make sure we regulation.
Was the issue with the vents addressed?
No.
So the punch list items have not been done.
No.
We're still holding some
Yeah.
decent money from the contractor.
If the hood, is it in date, do you know, Brian? I didn't go. If it's all up to date, the fire marshal will inspect it next week. If not, we have to get the hood up to date inspection wise, and then he'll come up. And that's a fairly quick process. And we didn't do any, or they didn't do anything with the CO2 system, so it has never been open or exposed or discharged, so it should actually increase the process.
Next item, update on health unit repairs.
So I just received one quote, we did 2 additional visits with some guys and just waiting on their response to come back. Actually, one came today. They wanted some site visit just to inspect it to get a little more. So that's about it for right now. What's the date? I had said the 10th previously, which is in 4 days. 2 more days. That was the initial deadline. And the guy did a walkthrough. He came today and he asked, and we said a couple days. I had actually had trouble visiting and meet him over there because we were looking at another project, me and Patrick together. We need to wrap this up soon. Yeah, that's it.
Update on courthouse renovations project.
So I talked with regards to the sewer portion of it. I talked to Hayden and it should be wrapping up with the cement stuff by the end of the week. We had to put the propane tank back in place so they could put the fencing up. And then you got about 7 to 10 days after they pour, let it dry, and then they gotta check it for us to make sure it's dry.
I want to expand on that. Ever since that project's been done, we've been getting a sewer smell in my office that can be sometimes unbearable when my employees want to go home. It is that bad. You can ask Mr. Claymore on that to verify my statement. We've always smelled sewer in that building, a very faint smell. But the last month or two, it's gotten away, it's unbearable. It's not every day. It's sometimes after lunch. It's very unpredictable when it happens. I don't know where, and I've got with Mr. Brown right here, and we actually have a plumber that's gonna come and try to investigate. We tried to figure it out ourselves, we cannot. But I don't know where this sewer smell is coming from, but it can be almost to the point where you can't stand to walk in that building. When you walk up the alley, you walk up to where you get your permit in that little hallway. It's Mike has smelled it too. We can't figure it out.
Yeah, we're gonna try to do some testing to determine if we got some vent issues where it may be disconnected or it's not exiting properly.
Smoke test, right?
That's
Yep,
exactly
that's
what I
exactly
recommended,
what
smoke test.
smoke test.
Just
We
gotta
just
give
have to
it-
notify everybody the building's not on fire.
Correct.
I'm sorry.
On the,
Let's go across the hall.
regarding the OCD grant, we just found, we got a draft of a contract 2 days ago. Mr. Calabro is looking over it. Once he, says it looks good, we'll be back with a contract with, the architectural company to move that project along. Fine.
Next item is ratify approval of letter of support for Upper Barataria Risk Reduction Project.
Yes, these are some support letters that were requested and they are in the packet. We had them at the last meeting to deviate for you all to approve them. And Mr. Ron and myself both forgot about it. We got busy. So this is we want to go ahead and ratify that approval, but we did have to submit them. It's for the CPRA.
The only, I mean, I'm not opposed to sending a letter of support to them, but just want everybody to realize, as long as they don't address the concerns that we've raised for this hurricane reduction system, it puts additional risk on us. even though it was, I guess, we're suggested to agree that it helps the parish. You know, hurricane protection that doesn't protect us directly is not necessarily helping us, so.
Not
Just
helping us
one-
one bit.
Right.
It's not
I think
helping us
that-
one bit.
That, you know, I'm not opposed to it, but what needs to be included in this project is the Amelia Levy project to complete the hurricane protection levy. I just want to make sure our delegation understands that, you know, that's still a priority for us.
Why we gotta go back to DC? Again, we keep pushing it.
I would be fine with sending a letter, but I would like to include some language in there
In this letter
about,
right here.
was that?
Yeah, included in this.
Include the language in this one
I agree
that,
with that.
that,
Totally.
you know, it's, you know, whenever it says for Assumption Parish, this project represents a meaningful and timely investment in protecting residents, infrastructure, and economic assets. I consider, I agree with that.
Can y'all provide me with some draft language to include?
Sure. I guess if I can get approval from the jury to amend the letter and still authorize the president to sign it to include the language identifying our priority of having
Specific to
that
Assumption.
specific to Assumption Parish.
Yes.
Make that motion.
Motion by Mr. Patero,
Second.
second by Mr. Bro, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. I'll say something more.
Okay.
Request approval for the police jury president to have signatory authority for the CRI grant.
Yes, sir. That's because of the change of the president, police jury president, just have to change that signatory authority. Same thing for a number, the next one also.
Motion.
Motion to approve by Mr. Mathern,
Second.
second by Mr. Diaz. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Request approval for the police jury president to have signatory authority to execute all documents with OCD.
That's a move.
Motion by Mr. Diaz,
Second.
second by Mr. Bro. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Request final completion and approval of a new family subdivision, L&L Court in the Pierreport community in Ward 9.
Yeah, so y'all see a plat that is ready for approval, been working with the property owner for a year now, trying to get this done. We got preliminary approval quite a while back and everything's up to what we require for a family subdivision. Recommending we move forward.
Yes.
Did you have a conversation with them regarding, just to make sure that they're clear about future adoption of this street in the parish? Because I know we have other streets that want to be adopted by the
I mean,
parish.
they're very clear that it has to come up to parish standards, that states it on the plat, and
It's blacktop or whatever. I don't think they never do that.
it's blacktop, but it would need to be cement.
They probably never do that.
And the water line.
No water line.
Yeah.
But I did get approval from the waterworks on what they do have, saying it's sufficient for now. Fire chief, he had some right-of-way agreements drawn up, a road maintenance agreement to take care of the road that's currently there. Everything's in order.
Okay. Have a motion to approve by Mr. Nakane,
Second.
second by Mr. Bro. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Request preliminary approval for a new manufactured home park for 3 mobile homes on Shell Beach Road in Pierreport.
We table that one, I don't have the site plan yet.
Entertain a motion to adjourn?
So I'd like to bring up for launch,
Okay,
CPRA, DVA.
all right. Have a motion to deviate by Mr. Myron, relative to the, shall be full
Shall
launch.
be voted. I'd like to give, you got a letter back from CPRA that everything we approved?
Hold on. Motion to deviate by Mr. Mathern,
Yes.
second by Mr. Diaz, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay,
We got a letter back today that said, CPRA approved the drawing and all that. And I'd like to give Salvador the approval to go out for bid on what you see in front of you.
Plans are satisfactory.
So, yeah. So that's what happened. You all looked at it, you did a little adjustment, I like what you did to it. Oh.
no, Rob.
No,
No.
no.
So the issue that with the rock jetty was, that was supposed to be the route that we had available at the time, but we don't have as much available now to even do what we had to do, so, just looking at using a timber break wall and then using the walkway, one side of the walkway as a break wall instead of having
Right,
a separate set of pilings
right.
on it, so. I would just prefer that we get to see the whole set in this revision before we go out to bid. I mean, we have this one drawing, but
Okay, that's fine. You wouldn't- No,
I would just like to see that the whole set is updated before we go out to
No
bid.
problem. It's good. What exactly?
Yeah,
If you wanna see all of it, then see all.
Yeah. no, I think
I'm fine with that.
I think we should, because it
Yeah, that's
does
all-
reflect the changes that we had in general,
Yeah, that's only 2 more weeks, so that's good.
but
It's not gonna. Yeah,
Yeah, you got the money.
yeah, we're good.
You got your money, yeah, you got your money.
motion adjourned by Mr. Diaz.
Kim, we got time on that, Kim. We got time on that land subdivision, since that time, that approval from that board member? No?
Next meeting.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. You got it.
All right, we got your Like, all juror members are present except for Mr. Ponville. We'll start with a prayer and pledge allegiance. God who teaches us by setting the light of the Holy Spirit into our hearts, grant that by the light of that Spirit, right judgment may be ours, and that we may ever find joy in his guidance. Amen.
Pledge.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Accept any corrections and approve of minutes on March 25th, 2026 regular meeting. Entertain a motion to approve. Moved by Mr. Patero. Second by Mr. Blanchard. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Public comment period. Public comments on any item on the agenda.
Good afternoon, Mr. President, board members of the Board of German. My name is Moriah Carter. I'm a member of Ward 4. The reason why I'm addressing the board tonight, because we have a little trash problem. People comes in and drops off tires and trees and everything else you could name. So I'm just looking for some help if possible. I would appreciate it and all that stuff. It's getting so difficult where if you was a walker, you couldn't hardly walk down the street because you got tires in there. And we are afraid of all kind of animals and creatures might be coming out soon.
What street is this?
Potato Lane.
That's a dump site, illegal
Right,
dump site.
right, gotcha. The good news is we are working on it.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah, we're working on it. Just
Okay.
be a little bit more patient with us, but we'll be going out of bid. to do it, So
Yesterday.
Okay, great, good, thank you.
we're working. Good to see you, Maureen. Any other public comments? Second call, last call. Next item, drainage committee report.
Drainage committee met at 4:30. All members present except Mr. Palmville. Item number 1 and 2 was tabled. Item 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 was all approved. It was basically transferring funds from material to labor, all in Ward 7 for drainage projects. That was already approved. Item number 9, request approval for letter of support for Senator Bill Cassie regarding the Bayou Saw pumping station. That was approved. Item number 10 was tabled. And item number 11, we got an update on all drainage projects presented in the form of a motion.
There's a motion by Chair.
Second.
Second by Mr. Mathern. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Road and Bridge.
Road and Bridge, committee met this afternoon. All members were present except for Mr. Palmville. I gave a brief, update on our 2025 road overlay program. And there's nothing else to report, so I'll just give you that in a form of a motion.
Motion by the Chair. Second by Mr. Pro. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Next item, Finance Committee meeting. All members were present. First item was request for approval to pay list of bills submitted through April 2nd, 2026. We request approval the president to sign a 3-year renewal service agreement with LOCA. Next item, we approve the president to sign a contract with DOTD for the Council of Agent Assistance. Next item, request approval the president to sign a notification letter accompanying release of confidential taxpayer sales and use tax records as provided by the Social Parish and Sales Use Tax Department. Next item, we consider proposal increase in fees assessed by the Office of Motor Vehicles and approved to go to $450. Next item was we approved the 3-year lease renewal with Gene Blanchard for the Delete Road boat launch. Updating a meeting with Sheriff's Office regarding medical service at jail. We will give a 30-day notice to South Central Health and enter a contract with Corrective Health. And I entertain a motion to accept that report.
So moved.
So moved by Mr. Patero. Second by Mr. Alcott. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Solid Waste Committee met. Mr. Palmville, the chairman, was absent. Request input relative to proposed bulk waste collection and disposal of out-of-spec piles and or illegal dump sites. No action was taken. We're just gonna try to, get some, better language before we go off a bid. Entertain a motion to accept that report.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Diaz,
Aye.
second by Mr. Carter, all in favor? Opposed, motion carries. Engineering, Mr. Blanchard.
Engineering Grants Committee met, all members were present except for Mr. Pineville. We received an update from GIS Engineering, relative to Joe Lamore Street Drainage Project, Belrose Lane Drainage Project, Bayou St. Vincent Project, and the Conscian Canal Drainage Improvements. We had an update from Duplantis Design Group, regarding the ring levees in Pierreport and Bell River area. We'll have to have a follow-up meeting with them, to discuss DOTD's, response to us wanting to put the pump stations in the state right away. We had an update from Infinity Engineering on the Parish Water Sewer Plant Improvements projects. Everything is moving along according to schedule. We had an update from the Special Programs Coordinator, where we authorized the president to sign the tax exempt certificates for Ormco Electric for sewer plant and lift station upgrades. And we also had a motion to authorize the president to sign the LEGAP application. We had no update from South Central Planning and Development Commission. On the Ag Center roof project, we did have a brief update on it. We had an update on the health unit repairs. We also had an update on the courthouse renovations project. We approved a letter of support for the Upper Barataria Risk Reduction Project with the addition of our request for addressing the hurricane protection of the lower end of Assumption Parish. We approved for the police jury president to have signatory authority for the CRI grant. We approved for the police jury president to have signatory authority to execute all documents with the Office of Community Development. We approved the final completion of a new family subdivision, L&L Court in the Pierreport community. And we tabled the last item that was on the agenda relative to manufactured home park on Shell Beach Road. I present this to you in the form of a motion.
Motion by the chair, second by Mr. Patterson, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Next item is an announcement of a public meeting held on May the 13th, 2026 to consider adopting a resolution ordering and calling a special election to be held in the parish of Assumption and to authorize the reduction of the sales and use tax and to authorize the levy of ad valorem taxes therein.
Yes, this is the modifications we talked about relative to the library sales tax and what was the other one? No, the general alimony. Was it the general alimony?
No,
It was something else.
Drawing a blank, but anyway, we have to read this announcement. Announcement of public meeting, notice is hereby given that at its meeting to be held on Wednesday, May 13th, 2026 at 6 p.m. at its regular meeting place, the Police Jury Meeting Room, 4813 Highway 1, Napoleonville, Louisiana. The Police Jury of the Parish of Assumption, State of Louisiana plans to consider adopting a resolution ordering and calling a special election to be held in the Parish of Assumption, State of Louisiana, to authorize the rededication of a sales and use tax and to authorize the levy of an ad valorem taxes therein. It was a library and 1% to reallocate some of the 1%. Yeah. So they'll have those propositions available for us to adopt on the May 13th, and the election would be for the November election. This is part of the process right now. We have to read this announcement and then we do the approvals.
All right, good. Thank you for that announcement. Next item, update on Lauderdale Ballpark, Mr. Pineville. No, well, I just told Mr.
Somebody did?
No, I'm gonna, I passed by it. They got some progress on it.
Yeah, so the roof has been completed and we're currently working on reinstalling the doors. That were on hold until we completed the roof. There's gonna be some paint and we gotta do some facial work. And then that portion of the concession stand will be done. I've also received that updated stuff from CJ's Electrical. So once we're done with the lighting portion of it, it's turnkey, we flip the switch and it's on. there was a few things that we needed to address with that, so it has been addressed. We're rescoping and gonna send it back out and get it redone.
Thank you.
Good job.
Yes.
Next item, request approval for the following temporary liquor license application, Susan Hugh, doing business as St. Joseph the Worker Catholic Church.
That's for fair.
Motion by Mr. Mathern, second by Mr. Blanchard, all in favor? Opposed? We have one item to, deviate. Any other items?
Motion deviate.
All the items, motion deviate by Mr. Mathern, second by Mr. Blanchard, deviation to the Suffolk Parish, New Jersey, application for occupational license. It's, Back Roads Rentals, it's an inflatable rental in the, 138 Highway 996 loop and Bell Roads. There's a motion.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve,
Second.
second. Any, public comment on that? With that, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Motion adjourned. Vote by Mr. Blanchard, second by Mr. Patterson, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed,
For the record,
motion
aye.
carries.